I'd like to talk about life after loss and finding financial clarity in widowhood. I know it's a difficult time. So the first thing you want to do, step one, is just give yourself permission to pause. You don't have to rush into any decisions. There's some things that you need to take care of, yes, but it's okay to pause, to take time to let your emotions come through. It's not easy to lose a person you love. So don't be in a hurry. You may have some people that are going to come to you and try and get you to rush to do things. You don't have to. You want to start to think about those things that you have to solve immediately, which is going to be step two. But at the beginning, just give yourself permission to pause and find some people that you're comfortable with that can help you through it and take some of the pressure off because you don't have to do it yourself either. If we go on to step two, let's try to understand what your immediate financial picture is. What are those bills that you have to pay? Do you have life insurance? If so, you want to make sure that you can collect that because you may need that to help you meet those bills. It depends on your financial position at the time. Unfortunately, the IRS doesn't allow you to not file a tax return. So that's something that you also want to make sure that you understand so you can prepare that return on a timely basis. And that's probably most difficult if your spouse passes early in the year and they were the one that was responsible for the finances, because early in the year is when we start to receive all those tax documents and we have to put everything together. Uh, but you want to understand, what are your fixed expenses? And when I talked about fixed expenses, and we're thinking about things like your mortgage, your utilities, making sure you have enough food so that you can eat, right? You can't just not eat. You have to make sure that you take care of yourself. The expenses for things that you have to have. You want to make sure you understand those. You want to make sure you understand what you have. That's kind of the important elements of understanding your immediate financial picture. And then we get to step three. Once we know what we have and we know what our immediate financial picture looks like, we want to separate the things that are urgent from those that can wait. And most things can wait. You don't have to make a decision right away. For example, when it comes to your house, you don't want to wait too long because of the tax consequences. You don't have to make a decision right away. You have 2 years from when your spouse dies to treat a sale of your home as if the two of you owned it, and that gives you a $500,000 exclusion on your gain. If it's just you, it's 250. So if you don't think you want your house, it'd be nice to decide and have a transaction within 2 years. But I've had clients that other things come up in their lives, and we've looked at it. And remember, the tax rate on capital gains is only 15%. Don't let the tax tail wag the dog. If it's not the right time for you to move yet, because maybe you're going through your own health issues too, and you need to take care of yourself, and picking up and moving while you're going through that could be tough. If you have, on the other hand, the average age of a widow is only 59. If you have young kids, then you want to make sure that you're there for them and take care of their needs and don't force things too fast for them. So you want to separate those things that are urgent from those that can wait. And a lot of them can wait. You don't have to make major decisions right away. Give yourself time and space. Then we get to step four. You want to start building your financial support team. That can include a financial planner such as myself. You want to make sure you have somebody who can help you with taxes. You want to make sure that you have a good estate attorney to help you deal with all the different aspects of the will and property transfers and all that. And also, You want to think about what are the beneficiary designations and things like that that you have to change, because God forbid something happens to you. You want to make sure that you've named those, you've updated the beneficiaries. If the only ones that were on the account were you and your spouse, you want to make sure that you have your kids or another family member, whoever it may be, that those assets are going to go to when you're gone. You want to make sure you take care of things like that. But you want to make sure you have a good financial support team, but don't just limit it to your finances. Your mental health is important too. So don't leave out, if there's somebody that you need to talk to, some type of counselor, you want to make sure that they're part of your team too. It doesn't just have to be about finances. And then once we have that team in place and you can work with those professionals to help you understand your situation and what your future might look like. And this is not going to happen that fast. This could be over a period of a few years, all depending upon the whole situation. But you want to take that information and the work that you're doing with them to help you move forward towards a future with clarity and confidence that you can get through this. You can. You always could from the time it happened, but you just have to let yourself take the time to get there. You know? It's important when you have life after loss that you find financial clarity in widowhood. As you're going through this process, I encourage you to take those small wins. You know, think about building a budget that's balanced, updating one account, understanding what your benefits are. Each one of those things is a win if you can do each one of those things. You don't have to do them all at once. One at a time. Take your time. I think if I was picking one of those three, at the beginning, I might be understanding benefits, because you want to make sure that you know what your life insurance benefits are, because that's going to help you build that budget. And you want to understand if you're going to have help, what your healthcare is going to look like. I think that's where I would start if I'm looking for a small win. But any one of those steps can work. Just do it in small pieces. Don't try to do it all at once. If you're navigating widowhood and need guidance in creating financial clarity, I'm here to help. Subscribe for more videos to help women move forward with strength and confidence. And if you'd like to talk, you can use the link below to schedule a free call.